Hi students, myself Poornima, your biology educator. So in this class, we will study the MCQ questions that is related to the NEET of the chapter evolution. So let us discuss the first question, that is evolution is a, what they have asked. They have asked the definition of a evolution. See, it is a progressive, option A what they are saying, it is a progressive development of a race, and option B, history and development of a race along with variation. C, history of a race, and D, that is development of a race. See, always the evolution is not a spontaneous development, it is a slowly development. And evolution will not only depend upon the history, it is also depend upon the development also. So it is a combination of the history as well as the development. So you can say history and development of a race along with the variation. Option B is correct here. Next, atmosphere of earth just before the origin. What they are asking, what is the atmosphere of the earth, how the earth is composed of. Here, life consisted of, see in the option A what they have asked, water vapor, CH, NH and oxygen. Option B is carbon dioxide, NH and CH, whereas option C is CH, NH, H and water vapor. Option D, CHO, O and water vapor. See, Earth just before the origin of the origin of our complete biosphere, it is a reducing atmosphere that does not contain, or it was not containing the free oxygen. So it was only composed of the CH, NH and the particular other molecules. So the option C is correct here. What it is indicating? This CH, NH and H and water vapor. So this is totally the absence of the oxygen. So our earth at the beginning, it was not at all containing the reducing oxygen. So the rest of the option A, B and D is having the free oxygen or the reducing oxygen. So the remaining options are wrong. Only the C is correct here. Next, question number 3. The concept of chemical evolution is based on option A, possible origin of life by combination of the chemicals and under suitable environmental condition. Option B, crystallization of chemicals. Option C, interaction of water and air, clay under intense heat. Option D, effect of solar radiation on chemicals. What they are asking, the concept of chemical evolution, what it is based upon. See, the concept of chemical evolution, at the beginning what I have said, there was in the question number 2, there is CH, NH and H were present. These molecules were combining with the lightning, thunder or ultraviolet rays, and they were forming the inorganic molecules, complex molecules that led to the origin of the life. So what is our answer? Possible origin of the life by combination of chemicals and under suitable environmental conditions. So all these chemicals, which are the chemicals? CH, NH, H, all this chemical under suitable condition. Either it may be the volcanic eruption, or it may be lightning or the ultraviolet rays. All these were combining with the molecules, and that led to the formation of the inorganic substance, which ultimately gave us the origin of the life. So option A is correct. Okay, option A is correct here. Then question number 4. With regard to the story of the world and light on the earth, we treat evolution as, what they are asking, how does the evolution of the earth is depicted, how it is called. See, one thing I would like to say, evolution is a kind of process, and by the evolution we are seeing its result also, right? How it is a process. See, the evolution is a gradual changes, it is a step by step changes that has been occurred for a long period of time, right? It has occurred for a long period of time that led to the variation, selection, mutation. All these were happened as a result of the process. Then what is the evolution result? As a result of the evolution, we are seeing the today's earth we are seeing, like where we may see the plants, animals, organisms. All these are because of the evolution. It's result of today. It is a result. So that is why the evolution, you cannot, option A is suggesting it is a process, only a process. No. Then option B, the result of a process. Okay, then option C, what it is indicating, both A and B. Option D, we are still not very clear. No, we are very clear about this answer. Evolution is a process also, it is a kind of the result also. So here option C is correct. The rest of the options are wrong here. Okay, next, that is the question number 5. Who proposed that the first form of life come from pre-existing non-living molecules? What they are saying, who proposed the first form of life is coming? Who have said it? It is the one, the theory that form of the life was given, originated by the pre-existing non-living molecules. Who have said this? Operan was have said this. Operan and Helden have said that the whatever the today's earth is there, or today's organism, or today's atmosphere is present, that is because of the pre-existing non-living molecules. Next question. The ship used by Charles Darwin during his sea voyage was, which ship did he use? It is a direct question. Option A, HMS Beagle. Option B, HSM Beagle. Option C, HMS Eagle. Option D, HSM Eagle. So here correct answer is option A, HMS Beagle. Okay. Hello students. Are you preparing for NEET, JEE or KCET? Looking for the right guidance to achieve your dream rank? Welcome to Global Academy live coaching classes, single point and complete solution for competitive exam preparation. Specially designed for 11th and 12th or PUC 1 and 2 students, combining board syllabus with entrance exam coaching. New batches starting from 25th March 2026 for the academic year 2026-27. Course fees 9,999. Now, with 50% discount, enroll for just 4,999 for the entire course. Limited seats available. Enroll today. For any enquiry, call to these numbers. Scan QR code for easy payment. Next question. Fitness according to Darwin refers to, what did the Darwin say? He mainly said about the natural selection. How did the natural selection was occurring? Survival of the fittest. What does it means, say students? See, when a group of 100 organism or 100 species are there, all will not come into the life, or all will not reach us the stage of the adulthood. Why? Because out of 100, nearly 50 will be unable to bear the outer environment, or it may be the prey for the predator. Like this, ultimately it has to fight for its life. Who is giving the fight? Only one who is fit, that is physically fit as well as mentally fit. He has the strong support. Like that organism only is fit for this environment. So this kind, what that is what he is asking. Fitness according to Darwin is, what is the fitness? So, number of species in a community. Option A. Option B, useful variation in population. Option C, strength of an individual. Option D, reproductive fitness of an organism. See, one individual, we will say completely fit, or he is totally fine when not only is having the physical enhancement, also when he is reproductively, he is capable of producing the young ones. Then only we will say that this particular organism is fit. So, according to Darwin, the reproductive fitness of an organism will be a fittest one. Next, Alfred Wallace worked in. Where did this Alfred Wallace work? See, option C. He worked in Malaya Archipelago. These are all some of the direct questions which you can answer it easily. So, which of the following are the most distinctly related to one another? See, option A, that is sunfish and dolphins. Option B, tree frogs and snakes. Option C, vampire bat as well as the birds. Option D, bears and whales. What they are asking, which are most distinctly related to one another. Let us look. See, sunfish and dolphins, its totally morphology or its uh, structure is totally different. Whereas the tree frog and snake, it is totally different, that we can just imagine how the frog will be and what about the snakes, right? Then the option D, that is bears and the whales. Bears are the one that may be terrestrial and some of they will be present in the snow. What about the whales? They are present in the sea. So let's come talk about the option C, that is the vampire bat and the birds. Both are having the common feature, that is a flying, right? So both are having the fly, but its anatomy is slightly differ, but the organ for its movement, that will be the wings. That is what for the flight they are using the wings. So which among the following is most distinctly related to one another? That will be the option C, that is vampire bat and the birds. Next is, which of these is not a living fossil? See, at present, you can see what they're asking. What is fossil then? The fossil are the one that the animals that were present long back ago, but they are not present today. Okay, that were present in the so many years back. It was present, but at today we cannot see those kind of organism. So that is what called as the fossil. What they're asking, which of the following is not a living fossil? Option B, duck-billed platypus, which you can observe now also. Lungfish, you can see here now. Frog, yes, all these three are the living one. At present, they are present. But Archaeopteryx is the only living fossil which is not present today. It is not found at today's condition. Next question, that is, which of the following is a are the kingdom? See what they are asking, which of the following are kingdom? How many kingdoms are there, student? There are kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Plante, kingdom Animalia, and kingdom fungi. So all these are present, mycota. So there are totally 5 kingdoms are present. So among this, option A is also Monera is a kingdom, Protista is a kingdom, and Animalia is also kingdom. So our answer will be option D, all of the above. Which of the following must increase over geological time according to the evolutionary biologist? So option A is the size, B complexity, D speed of evolutionary process such as mutation, D all of the above. See, according to the evolutionary biologist, what they have suggested, overall complex of the organism, the complexity of the life, that will be increasing over the geological time period. Earlier the life forms were simple, but later on, nowadays, after over a millions of years, the life forms are also complex. Size is does not necessarily to be same, right? Always the size, it is not necessary it must be same. It may be smaller in some of the organism, it may be larger in some of the organism. And the speed of the mutation also, speed of the mutation is a process in which it does not increase, it will use gradual process, right? It can remain constant also. Mutation will not happen immediately. It may be increasing or it may be decreasing, or sometimes it will be constant process. Therefore the condition all of the above will not going to be is not going to satisfy our answer. Which answer is going to satisfy, students? That is the complexity. The size also will not necessary for the evolutionary purpose, and the speed is also not necessary for the evolution. But what is necessary? Complexity is always a necessary for the evolution. So option D is also wrong. Only the answer, that is complexity, will be found correct. Next, human beings belong to the species of, what they have given, they have asked you the genus and the species name. So you can directly write, that is the Homo sapiens. Option C is the correct. Then option D, by studying analogous structure, we look for, what's the answer over here? That is the option A will be the answer, because similarities in appearance and function but different in structure. And also I will give the example later on. So let us look at the option B, C, D. Similarities in appearance but difference in the function, similarities in organ structure, similarities in cell makeup. So see, in this, among these three, that is not related to analogous. Okay, only the thing is similarities in the appearance and function but different in structure. That is the actual meaning of the analogous structure. Next, who performed this famous experiment to prove the origin of the life? Who performed the experiment to prove there is origin of the life? That is the meaning of the question. It is also a direct answer here. Option A, that is Operan and Halden. Option B, that is Spellanzani and Pasteur. Option C, Urey and Miller. And option D is Fox and Pasteur. So answer is Urey and the Miller. Okay, option here is Urey and the Miller. So it is about the today's class, that is the MCQ of the NEET related to evolution. In the next class, we will look after the KCET questions.